Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Oshan. I run 3 small businesses in the UK and I'm just documenting my journey, providing some value along the way. Just like a behind the scenes look on how I started, the mistakes I've done and that kind of stuff, with a bit more personal vlogs as well down the line. Today we'll be talking about the 3 businesses that I currently operate and what they offer, what kind of categories they're in, that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So my first business is called Antur Supply Co. Antur stands for adventure in Welsh, and it's a business that I started in late 2018 from all the sketches and the kind of idea that I had made back in 2017 when I was living in Vancouver, Canada. Now, the idea behind Antur really was to create a business that I could resonate with. Being or having traveled to Asia for 18 months off and on, been in Canada for 2.5 years in Vancouver living, I wanted to create a business that was like clean, minimal, high quality, straight to the point kind of business, and you know, for the adventurous heart, people that wanted to explore more, wanted to go on kind of weekend walks or backpack the world, or you know, go on road trips. That was the kind of idea behind the brand, and yeah, it's getting there slowly. With Antur, I first started selling, our very first product was a camping mat, and that launched on Amazon in late 2018. That really gave us some confidence because it did a bit of sales, you know, because Amazon is such a huge platform. It really did give us a confidence boost as to if the product sold or not, and that was really good. I think, well, just for a confidence, as a confidence point of view, and it just really inspired us to keep going with it. I think if we had started with just launching on a website, I think it would have been difficult to get the ball rolling. But I feel through Amazon, one of the biggest platforms on the world, well, definitely the biggest shopping platform in the world, we were able to just get in front of a lot of people. Even though the profit margin on the camping mats was really quite poor, we were able to build that kind of customer relationship, and we could get the product into people's hands. Now, we built up the socials a little bit, and we actually ended up in 2020 releasing, well, 2019, we launched some headwear, some beanies, and some insulated water bottles as well, which sold really well. But what we found with those were just more like accessories that go with the camping mat. But I think what we struggled with, and I think if you are starting your own business, is it's very, very difficult just to sell a hat or a water bottle. They're very, very difficult to kind of market or just sell if you really want to create a business out of them, and it will take a lot of marketing dollars, money to be able to sell, in my opinion. Very, very difficult to run advertising to them anyway. So we had quite a unique product with the camping mat, and that's what allowed us in 2020 to come off of Amazon and work more on our e-commerce store, so AnturSupplyCo.com, which the profit margin increased because we didn't have Amazon's fees, but we were then able to run advertising to quite a unique product that not a lot of people were advertising to on Facebook, and it did really, really well. Now, more on the fact on how we advertised on this later on, because we actually used my latest company, Copper Marketing, which is a Facebook ad agency, to run adverts for Antur, so it kind of worked well that way, but I'll talk more of that later. But essentially what was important for us then was to really build on the socials. So over the last few months, 6-7 months now, we've been really working on the TikTok page, which is more of a behind the scenes look on, you know, starting Antur from my bedroom and growing it to something a little bit more. So I think the documenting element of it is really, really quite powerful, because not only will you be able to look back on where you come from, or where you're coming from, or where you started out, which will give you confidence, but it shows the whole process. I show short videos of me packing orders, or new products coming out, and the development of things, the samples coming in, and all that kind of stuff is really quite interesting for the audience. And I think building an audience is one of the most important things you need to do if you're starting a business. But if you are wanting to start a business and you really don't know where to begin, just like my number one advice would be just to start, just to put something on paper. If it's a logo, even a lot of people say online, don't start with a logo, start with the product. Do whatever you feel like you need to do. If you feel like making the logo first, you've got an idea for the logo, that might help you get the next step done. It might be, working on brainstorming on the website, or the product then, or how, it all starts with the first step. And I guarantee you, once you step into that first step, or just take the first step, it won't be as you imagined. You might have a preconceived idea on what running a business actually looks like before you jump in, but I guarantee you, you are 100% wrong. So my advice to you is just begin, start with a logo, start with how you want the website to look. If you've got the product, great, work on the packaging. Like that's what I did. That's what gave me a bit of confidence, and seeing the product from a sketch become digital, and then be able to manufacture it. So yeah, start with that. So my next business that I run is a company that I started a few months after I started Antur in January of 2019, and it's an Amazon FBA business that sells eco-friendly products. So what Amazon FBA stands for is Fulfilled by Amazon, so Amazon Fulfilled by Amazon. And essentially what that means is you can send inventory from overseas, from UK, from wherever, to one of Amazon's hundreds, maybe thousands of warehouses, and they will do the fulfillment for you, and they will hold your inventory for you as well. So, but they take a fee and delivery cost on top of that. But the benefits of it is you don't have to hold or fulfill any kind of product, which is great. Now, this business operates really off the grid. I don't advertise it. I don't do anything with it. Not a lot of people know about it. Some of my friends don't even know about it, and it completely is run off grid. And the sole purpose of that business really is to just provide me with some cash to fund my other two businesses. So essentially all I have to do with that business really is restock the inventory when the inventory goes low, and that's kind of it. We might look in future to expand it, have its own website eventually maybe, but right now it doesn't even have its own website. It's solely on Amazon. So yeah, that's that business. So the takeaway from that business really, it's a business model that's really, really handy, and people make a lot of money through Amazon, but it's different. So there's different ways that you can set up your businesses. You can have a business to run through Amazon, and you can keep them on Amazon. You don't even have to advertise to. You can have Antur, which is more public, which I connect with more. I tell people that I run Antur, and I'm very proud of it, and that kind of stuff. So there's different ways of running a business, and don't be surprised. You may have people that that run Amazon businesses as well, but they just may not have told you yet. So one of the benefits with having an Amazon FBA business, if you only had an Amazon FBA business, is you would be able to live like a laptop lifestyle. You would be able to live anywhere in the world, and I think that's a benefit for a lot of people that want to start businesses. Being able to pick up your laptop, go anywhere in the world, and know that your inventory is in Amazon's warehouses, safe, and they do all the packaging and posting for you. So that's a real benefit of that business, and you might feel like that's a business model that you want to go after. So if that's the case, let me know in the comments box. I will get back to you. All my socials are down below as well, so I'm more than happy to assist you with that. And so the latest business that I started was a business with my friend from primary school. So I've known him for pretty much all my life. And we started a business called Copper Marketing. And essentially what it is a digital marketing agency, but we focus more on running Facebook advertising. The goal behind it is really to help small businesses get seen better online. And I think we really made the push to that, because in the beginning of Copper, we thought about doing everything. We did website designs, logo designs, SEO, we did all of it. And I think we really narrowed down, especially during coronavirus time in March, April, to really help. Our goal was to really help small businesses in our area, really, not so much anywhere else in the UK, but really to help our local community get seen better online. Because we were seeing shops close down, struggling, and we thought to ourselves, let's start something that can really, give back to the community almost, and give some value, just help people with physical stores get their websites up and running and get them seen online, so they can maybe have a chance of surviving. Speaking from experience with Antur, I was looking for someone to help me get seen better online, and a lot of the time they were charging thousands and thousands of pounds a month. That's not really going to work for a really small business, on the local high street. So I think we came out with a solution, because really our goal was just to help the local community. But since then it has really narrowed down. We mostly focus now on running Facebook ads and doing content creation and a little bit of SEO. But I would say 90% of our work now, our clients are Facebook ad clients, people that want to, like I said, get seen online through advertising, make more sales. We've got clients from Germany to America, and it's growing slowly. We're growing out the team, and I really feel like Copper will be going strong for a number of years, which I can't wait to share more. Copper has seen some really great success over the last few months, and I think it's really down to just the want to help businesses succeed, and that's what we focus on. That's what we've been successful at. We've been able to help physical locations get more sales online, and it's been really nice. It's been really fulfilling to see businesses that we've been able to help from maybe potential closure to be able to stay open and build on their revenue online, which is amazing. So one really cool thing that we've been able to do with Copper is we were able to leverage Antur success with Copper. So Copper ran advertising for Antur Supply Co. Antur grew in sales, in revenue, and then we were able to use Antur success then to leverage back into Copper, just to show how much Copper had brought success to Antur. And that really helped us get a head start with starting our agency. So the takeaway really here is to leverage companies that you might know. If you've got a friend or a family member that has a small business and you want to start an agency of your own, suggest running some advertising to them, leverage their company. And maybe you don't know, like for me, Antur was a business that I started. I never really imagined myself starting an agency as such when I first started Antur back in 2018. But through progression, through kind of building Antur, learning Facebook advertising, how to run ads, all that kind of stuff, it led on to another business. So you might not have the idea, you might not know what business you might launch in the future, but for me, Antur happened, and then Copper was kind of a natural progression just to help other small businesses run advertising. Okay, sorry about that. It's getting so dark out. I've been at it so long trying to film this video that I got to turn the lights on. It's getting dark outside. So, lastly, I just want to discuss one of the latest projects I've been working on for the past 12 months for Antur, my first company. And it's a really, really exciting project because I've never really taken a project of this size on before. I've had to take on consultants and a lot more freelancers that I've ever had to in the past. I've been developing performance denim for Antur. So this will be the new look of Antur, the main product of Antur, and how we will be growing for the future. So I'll be starting a mini series where I take you through A to Z, the process that I've been taking on for the past 12 months. And I'll be documenting all that. You'll be able to see all the sampling, the manufacturing, what I'm doing, the changes to the samples, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. That mini series will drop next week. So yeah, that'll be great. Stay tuned for that. So from Antur launching and starting to generate revenue, from EcoShack being able to fund Antur and Copper to begin with, we would have never got to this place where we could develop these performance jeans really from scratch. And I think it's just quite amazing how, you know, 2 different businesses or 3 different businesses can lead to this point. So the takeaway from this really is just to keep going. You never know where it might lead you once you put the first step forward. So get started, start your business. You never know where one idea might take you. You might have an idea in 2017 to launch an adventure brand, but then 12 months later you might have an eco-friendly products brand and then a marketing agency a year later. So you really don't know where it's going to lead you, but my advice to you would be just to start. Keep going and you'll figure it out, because it's never clean cut. It's always a huge roller coaster, and I promise if you start, you won't regret it. If you've got any questions that you want answered, all my socials are going to be down below. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel to see a bit more info, some behind the scenes. I've got this mini series coming up which I can't wait to share. And yeah, with that said, see you in the next one.